Hello, everyone. Oh, we are live. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, what a crazy day it's been. Crazy couple of days it's been. But we're going to have a relaxing time. This is the place to lower your blood pressure and just feel very relaxed. I forgot to mute my laptop, but there we go. It is now on mute. Thank you guys for joining me for another Travel China live stream. And basically, if you haven't joined me for one of these live streams before, the whole concept is I'm here in Sydney. I'm not back in China. We all get to, for free, sit on our couches, and my friends in China are going to be taking us on a bit of a tour around some cities. So today, you may have guessed it by the fact that the cover image of today's live stream says Hangzhou, Hangzhou. We are going to Hangzhou, and it's the city in China that Marco Polo actually describes as the most enchanting city in the entire world. And it is a very, very lovely place. I've been there twice, and every time I've really, really enjoyed being there. It's a really nice city, very relaxing pace, slow kind of, what do you call it? Like, 节奏很慢的一个城市, like very, like slow pace of life there, which I really enjoy. I used to live in Shanghai for a year, so I would often, well, not often, only once. I really went to Hangzhou for a little day trip, and it only took about an hour on the train to get there. So it's really awesome. Hangzhou is a really fun city. Yeah, so it's going to be a really relaxing day today. I'm really looking forward to taking some deep breaths and just enjoying the tranquility of Hangzhou. So as always, I want to say a huge thank you to the When Koala Meets Panda YouTube channel. They have helped connect me with 3 students in Hangzhou, and they're going to be showing us around today. So if you're interested, you can follow the When Koala Meets Panda YouTube channel. I've put the link in the description below in this live stream. What they're doing over on their channel is sharing the China travel stories of other young Australians. So you can check that out if you're interested. So before we get started with the live stream today and get into the meaty goodness, I've just seen a super chat from Subki. Thank you so much for that. Oh, and I also wanted to mention, it's hard for me to monitor all the comments, but if you do have a question that you'd like to ask, if you make it a super chat, it's going to be a lot easier for me to see that. So if you have a burning question about Hangzhou or something that you would like me to address, even if it's just like the minimum amount, it'll make it a lot easier for me to see that. Okay, but I have a little bit of admin for this live stream. So it came to my attention last week. As I just said, I wasn't really able to read the live chat, and I found out afterwards that there was a lot of hate in that live stream chat, and I didn't notice it until the stream was over. So I have a couple of moderators today, and I just wanted to make it clear that this is a no hate zone. We all love each other here. I respect everyone's opinions, but this is a place where we can come and love each other and be excited about Hangzhou. So yeah, anyway, enough of that. So just letting you know, if you do put a lot of hate in the chat today, your comments will be deleted, just to make it a nice experience for everyone who just wants to chill out and watch the stream today. And the second item of business today, we're going to do things a little bit differently today with the structure of the live stream. So in the past 2 live streams, the first one we went to Wuhan, the second one we went to Xi'an. We had 3 people and we had 3 main segments, but today we're kind of chopping it into smaller segments. So we're going to be visiting 5 kind of different locations, same but different anyway. So it's probably going to have more chance of technical difficulties because there are more crossovers. So just bear with me if there are any awkwardness there. So we should get it under control pretty quickly. But yeah, that's enough of admin. So I want to give you guys the travel itinerary for today. So where are we going to be going in Hangzhou? What are we going to be doing? First, I'd suggest you get some snacks, maybe some Longjing Tea. If you don't know, Hangzhou is home to Longjing Tea. I've got some here. So first stop, we're going to be joined by Yuan, and he's going to be taking us to Hangzhou's famous West Lake, and we're going to be going on a paddle boat ride. I'm so excited for that because I've never done the lake, like a cruise on the West Lake itself. So that's stop number 1. Next, we've got Ricky, who's going to be taking us into the Longjing Tea Fields, the birthplace, the residing residence of Dragon Ball Tea. Wow, that came out weird. And then we're going to be going to one of Hangzhou's most historic streets, Hefang St, with our friend Cami. And after that, we're going to go back to Westlake, where Yuan, who was doing the paddle boat earlier, he's going to be taking us alongside the lake to see what life is like kind of along the lake. There are some fun things happening all the time. And then finally, in the last section of today, we're actually going to be sitting down at one of the many tea shops in Hangzhou and sampling some Longjing tea, learning more about it. And yeah, so that's pretty much the structure for today's live stream. I hope you enjoy it. But first, before we cross to our first tour guide, Yuan, I'm just going to share some of the photos that you guys sent me on Instagram before this live stream. So I let you guys know on Instagram that I'm doing a Hangzhou live stream. Please share with me some of your experiences. So I just wanted to share some of those with you because I got some really lovely photos. So this first one here is from Katie, and she says, "Oh my gosh, I love Hangzhou, one of my favorite cities, been back several times whenever I'm around Shanghai. As I mentioned, it's only like a train ride away, very, very close from Shanghai. Obviously, the West Lake is a must-see. This here is the West Lake. Also, loads of small temples dotted around it. On my first trip, we spent a day exploring the nearby tea plantations, which was so fascinating. One local lady invited us into her house to taste some of the tea and experience a traditional tea ceremony, which was so much more authentic and friendly than the tea houses in tourist spots. Plus, the tea was delicious." So that's a really nice memory from Katie. I really love this photo. She's also shared with me another photo of the West Lake here, which is really pretty. And another photo from Katie here. This location is very a popular spot for getting photos. So if you want to go to Hangzhou and take some photos like this for yourself, this is the name of the location of this photo spot. So you can note that down, or you can watch this live stream after it's ended to get that. That's the name of this location. This is also another really popular location on West Lake to get photos. So I was sent this photo from Marie, this photo from Margarita, and that's known as the Jixian Pavilion. So you can go check that out as well in Hangzhou. This is the same pavilion at night, sent to us by Steve. Lovely photo, Steve. I really love this memory. Hangzhou is my fave city in China. I'm getting my bachelor's degree there, but now unfortunately in my home country. I miss Hangzhou every day so badly and think that everyone should visit this city. It has so many beautiful places, especially Sihu, and Sihu basically just translates to West Lake. I have a good memory to share. With my friends, we are big fans of bicycles. One day we decided to make a small marathon from our dorms to Sihu. It took 3 hours and 27 minutes by bicycle, and it was great because we saw all the beautiful buildings and places that we didn't pay attention to before, and so many surprised Chinese faces seeing 2 Russian girls on bicycles. Yes, I can imagine. I can relate to being blonde in China, hence the channel name, Blondie in China. So this is the little route that they took. That looks quite a trek. What is that? 26.6 kilometers. Thank you so much for your super chat, Xuanrui. Just highlight that for everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, where were we? Here is a photo from that cycle tour. Beautiful photo there. Here's a memory from Ashley. She says, "The West Lake was very picturesque, but unfortunately we were there on a very foggy day, so they couldn't see very far." I love that photo, and I can really relate to your experience, Ashley, because when I was in Hangzhou for my first time back in 2014, back when I was studying in Shanghai, this is me 6 years ago. Hello. Yeah, so that's me, and it was a very, very foggy day. And I was like, oh, damn, I'm so sad that it's foggy. But I actually took one of my favorite photos of all time right like 2 seconds after this photo here, which is this one. And I really think that the cloudiness on the river really set the mood. I'm really proud of this photo, actually. I think I even just took it on my iPhone. Yeah, anyway, enough admiring my own pictures. Oh, this is one of my pictures. And I just wanted to say that just because it may be foggy when you go to West Lake doesn't mean that you can't enjoy some of the ambiance. There's always a lot of people gathering together for dancing and singing and playing instruments. So I would argue that the West Lake, the appeal of the West Lake isn't just the beauty of the lake itself, but it's also the beauty of what's happening alongside it. And this is another photo by me. I, on that same day, went to visit the tea field. So if you don't know, Hangzhou is very famous for their tea. It's home to Longjing Tea, which is one of the most famous green teas in China. And so what we did was we followed these ladies up as they went picking. And there they are again, just up there. And this is me. Hello. Hello, hello. It was really nice, actually. Very moody with all of the, what do you call it? Clouds, that's the word. So yeah, that's my photo again. But it looks like Katie had the same experience as me. It looks like it was quite rainy on her experience in Hangzhou as well. I am assuming that's Katie there, but still very beautiful. And this is a photo from Yusun Wanderer. It looks like the sun came out a bit for her. The tea fields are just so beautiful. Like, I have a real thing for tea fields. I just think they're really picturesque, really beautiful, really green. So I'm fangirling in the tea fields. Here's a nice photo from Ash Wu. And a couple of photos from Tino Perstrada. He mentioned in his comment that he was on a boys' trip to Hangzhou, and I'm guessing these are the boys. So yeah. Oh, how could we forget? This is the product that the tea fields are growing. This is the Longjing Tea, and I found it interesting in Hangzhou when they would serve this beverage, the Longjing Tea. It wouldn't be, like, most of the time it wouldn't be made using, like, you know, a pot and then they steep it and pour it in. Most commonly they would just give you a glass of hot water and put some tea leaves in it, like this. And there's quite a technique when it comes to actually drinking the tea without getting everything stuck in your teeth. But yeah, let me know your experiences with Hangzhou's Longjing Tea and whether and what you think of this way of brewing tea. Let me know in the chat. I'll try and keep my eyes out for your responses. Yeah, this is another photo of that tea. This is how they do tea in Longjing. Oh, how could we forget this one? This is a typical dish of Hangzhou. This was sent to me by Ash. These are Longjing prawns, Longjing xiaoren, and basically it's just these fresh prawns, very simply kind of sauteed in with the, I don't even know how to, just with the tea leaves. That's actual tea leaves there in it. So you can find this dish at one of Hangzhou's most popular restaurants. Of course, Waipo Jia, grandma's home. And you can see these restaurants all over China. It's one of my favorite places to go for just a simple meal. You can always find something nice there. And it was founded in Hangzhou. And that Longjing xiaoren, the Longjing prawns, is very popular there as well. I'm just seeing some of your comments about what you do. Someone says you chew the leaves and you swallow them. Oh, I didn't know that you could do that. Someone has asked, how do you drink the tea without the leaves getting in your teeth? I'm no expert, but you have to kind of, from what I saw, you have to kind of like push them out of the way, like kind of, like kind of blow the leaves away and then drink while there's a gap. But maybe a bit later we can get a bit of a tutorial on that, because I'm used to just drinking my tea without the leaves in it. I just wanted to include these photos as well. Hangzhou isn't just the tea fields and the West Lake. It also has a really nice city center. This is a really nice photo, and it looks really nice at night. I really like this photo here from Philly Ani. Here are some nice photos from Steve, just showing kind of the beautiful night lights of Hangzhou. Just to remind you guys that it is a modern city. It has a lot of exciting tech stuff happening there. That we'll get into a bit later, I think. But yeah, nice place. Oh, and this is a photo from the campus at Zhejiang University. I believe it's like maybe the science or technology building. But yeah, those are some photos that you guys sent me of your time in Hangzhou. And now is the time that I'm going to tell my first friend to enter the live stream. Enter, please. Okay, I just sent the message to our first guest, Yuan. And so the first thing that we are going to be doing today is going to the West Lake, which you saw in a lot of the photos that I just shared with you. It's kind of like the most famous thing, probably arguably the most famous attraction in Hangzhou. And both times I was in Hangzhou, I was there on public holiday, so it's always very busy. But today, Yuan is on a boat.
Hello, hi Amy.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. So right now I'm on a paddle boat and the weather is just amazing.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, this boat is
So,
so cool.
so yeah, the day before yesterday I came here and because of the wind, they banned the paddle boat, but now they're opening it up again.
Oh,
So
thank goodness.
yeah, have you introduced to them about the Westlake?
Not really, very little. And you are the
Not
expert.
really.
You're
Oh,
the
really?
expert. So over to you. Can you tell us a little bit more about Westlake?
Okay, so Westlake is a lake that is located in the heart of the city Hangzhou.
Oh,
And
okay.
it is said that in the ancient times, the poets and artists would came here and seek for inspiration. Yeah, so like the famous poet Su Dongpo and the poet Bai Zhiyi, they came to the lake to write poems. And actually, there is a poem that is like 欲把西湖比西子，淡妆浓抹总相宜, which basically means if you compare the Westlake to a beautiful lady, then she's beautiful with both light and heavy makeup. That's very funny, actually. Yeah. And so right behind me is the Broken Bridge.
Oh, I've heard about this place. I don't think I've been there though.
You've never been there?
No.
So, do you know why it's called the Broken Bridge?
I don't.
Oh,
Enlighten
okay.
us.
So, the Chinese name of the Broken Bridge is called 断桥残雪, which basically means a broken bridge with snowflakes. But actually, it's not actually a broken bridge, because in winter it'll snow, and there will be snow on the bridge. But the snow would melt, start from the center of the bridge. So if you look from you look far away, it looks like it's broken, but it's not broken. And
so
also
it
the bridge.
snows in Hangzhou.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I didn't know that.
The broken bridge is where the snake lady and Xu Xian, where they met at the first time.
So you're talking about, like, I know a little bit about what you're talking about now, because there's a really famous legend behind the Westlake, right? Something about like the snake spirit, and like a lady, or I don't really know. Can you tell us about the legend of the Westlake?
Of course, I can talk about the legend of the Westlake. So there is a snake lady who is a snake, who is a little bit like a monster, but not exactly a monster. She became a woman and came to the earth, and she met Xu Xian, who is a Dao Shi. Do you know what is a Dao Shi?
A Taoist poet?
It's kind of like a monk.
Okay.
But who believes in Taoism? Yeah.
Okay.
So she met the guy on the broken bridge, and they got married, and they had children, and everything was beautiful at the beginning. And they opened a pharmacy actually, but there is a monk in the temple who is very mad about their relationship. Because to think about it, the monster, the snake lady, can save a lot of people's lives, can treat a lot of diseases. So nobody will go to the temple and pray for like goodness. So the monk was very angry and told Xu Xian that your wife is a monster. But Xu Xian was very mad. He was like, even though she is a monster, she is very kind, and I love her. And no matter what you say, I won't leave her.
Yeah.
But finally, Xu Xian has she put the lady under a pagoda, so they will not be together. That's kind of a sad story, but that's very famous in China. The story.
I have noticed when I'm in China and I go see a movie or I read a story, I think in the Western world, a lot of our stories have happy endings, like a lot of the Hollywood movies or the Disney movies, all happy ending, happy ending, happy ending. And then when I went to China and I was like, why always sad endings? So I guess, is that just like a normal kind of thing?
In Chinese legends, there are a lot of bad endings because bad endings can make people grieve,
Oh,
and some people like it. It has a better effect than a happy ending.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
So can you show us where you are? Like, can you show us a little, like if you flip the camera,
Of
can you give us
course.
a little look at the scenery?
Of course. Just wait.
Oh,
Yay.
it's huge, isn't it?
So I'm in the middle of the lake.
Oh wow.
Gorge, and this is the boatman.
Oh my gosh, so you've got a
师
private
傅
tour
this is the
happening
师
here.
傅师傅可以
Hey,
跟他们说句你好吗 She's he's a bit shy.
he
Yeah.
gave you such a look. Oh wow, this
And
is so
there's a
cool.
cruise. Yeah.
Whoa, it's so big. How
Yeah, you
long
can
does
see
it take to how do you know how like long the
it takes an hour to do the boat ride.
Okay. Yeah.
But you can tell him if you want to return earlier.
Oh, okay. How
And the
convenient.
boat ride costs 150 RMB, which is like 30 Aussie dollars. So it's
Oh,
not very expensive, I think.
it's pretty nice for I think it would be quite a romantic little boat ride. Maybe you can do it at
Yeah.
sunset.
Or,
I think like yeah, it's you've got your little driver. I think it's pretty cool.
yeah, and you can also order a tea on the
Yeah.
boat. But he just told me they ran out the tea.
Out of interest,
What
how
a
much
pity.
were they charging for one cup of tea? What was it?
50 yuan for a cup of tea.
Like that's for everyone watching at home. That's like $10. Like it's
Yeah, like
quite
$10.
expensive for a cup. But when it comes to Longjing tea, I guess that's actually quite cheap because Longjing tea can be so expensive. Like I
Yeah.
am flabbergasted at how much some people pay for Longjing tea. It is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it has a lot of benefits actually.
Oh yeah, like what?
First of all, it's like a natural detox.
Ooh.
My grandma told me if you drink tea like every day after every meal, you can have like a longer life because it just brings down everything like the oil and the sugar. It's very good for your digestion, and secondly, it's antioxidant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's anti-aging.
Oh.
So there are a lot of benefits of drinking green tea.
Yeah, 100%. Like I was actually blown away because when I was in Hangzhou my second time, I went to like learn more about green tea and learn more about Longjing tea. And I went to Longjing village, and as I'm going along there, I can notice there's a lot of elderly people. And I went into one of the tea houses and I went to buy some tea, and I was talking with someone who must have been maybe 70. And she was talking, oh, my mom is here. Do you want to meet my mom? And I was like, what? Your mom? And she's like, yeah, my mom. She's 107. And all these people that live in the village, they are living such long lives. And I was like, okay, there's some incentive to drink more tea. Like very like on the ball, very healthy. But yeah, it's a good little tea there.
I know you're a big tea lover, right? Green tea
Yeah.
lover. Because
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of your videos and and I watched that one when you were at Tsinghua University and you drink tea at breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
I do. I drink a lot of tea. I'm actually drinking some now. I'm drinking some Longjing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have Longjing right now?
Yes, I have Longjing right now.
Impressive.
Yeah, I brought some back with me on my last trip to China. As luck had it, my last time I was in China, I decided to buy a lot of tea, and yeah, so I still have a lot of tea. But yeah,
Was
so
it expensive?
yeah.
Yeah.
mid-level. Like, as an Australian, I find it weird to spend like $50 for a cup of tea. So I try to get like the mid-range stuff because the idea of a cup of tea costing me $50 is a bit too much for me to handle.
Yeah,
So
much.
I probably spent like, oh, I can't even remember what I spent, but it's probably the equivalent to like $10 to $15 a cup.
By
Yeah.
the way, I want to share a story to you guys, like a historical fact.
Yes.
Do you know a famous poet that's called Su Dongpo?
No.
Oh no. So he's like the Shakespeare of China. But
Okay.
the interesting fact is that he used to be the mayor of Hangzhou City.
Oh.
And yeah, do you know the lake, the West Lake, is not natural? It used to
Oh, I
be
didn't know
like,
that either.
yeah, it used to be like a piece of mud. But when Su Dongpo was the mayor, one year it was pouring very heavy and there was flood everywhere. So he decided to dig out all the mud to make this place a lake.
Wow,
So,
would have taken him a while. It's a big lake.
and they used the mud they dug out to build a bridge that's called Su
Mm-hmm.
Bridge, which is his family name, Su. So I think this might be something they don't know about Hangzhou.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that either. Like, wow, yeah. So the West Lake is not a natural lake; it's man-made.
No, it's not a natural lake. It used to be there was water in it, but it's not like a lake so huge.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That's super interesting. I was also talking in my introduction about how Hangzhou is more than like the West Lake and the Longjing Tea fields. Like, it's also quite like the city center is very developed and it's got a lot of tech happening there, a lot of like innovation. Like, can you talk us through some of that?
Yes, I think there's been a huge transformation throughout the years, because when I was little, when I was like 4 or 5, when others asked me where I come from, I say Hangzhou, and they were like, "Oh, that's a beautiful destination for tourism." But they wouldn't say that, "Oh, Hangzhou is a very innovating city. It's a very like modern city." They won't say it. But thanks to Alibaba, thanks to e-commerce. Yeah, do you know Alibaba?
I know Alibaba, but I didn't realize that it was from Hangzhou. I just assumed it was like
it's like a very huge company, and the headquarters are in Hangzhou. So basically, every Chinese or everyone that lives in Chinese, they use Zhifubao to pay for everything.
Yeah,
Alipay, and Zhifubao is like a product that is created by Alibaba, and the headquarters are just here in Hangzhou, in the west side of the city. So that has like promoted the economy of Hangzhou.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I didn't know that Alibaba was there in Hangzhou. Cool stuff.
So thanks to Alibaba, the economy has like risen so much, and Hangzhou has become one of the strongest cities of southern China. Yeah, thanks to Alibaba, and also the G20 Summit was held in Hangzhou. Do you know G20, Group of 20?
Yeah. I've heard of it, but I don't know that much about it, to be honest.
Yeah, the summit was held in Hangzhou, like 2018. I can't remember.
So I guess that resulted in like a bit of a build-up of the city center or some new.
Yeah, and they also had a show on the lake, like. They built a stage under the water, and they were like they had a show on the lake.
That's so cool. Oh, that sounds awesome. Well,
they still have it, but you have to buy the tickets.
Sounds cool. I've been to a couple of those productions in China where you go to like, I don't know, Westlake or some other big scenic area, and they put on these massive performances with like thousands of people dancing and singing. It's like, oh my gosh, this is huge.
So stunning. I can't open my eyes.
Oh, you've got another boat there behind you.
Yeah, there are a lot of boats.
Oh.
Thanks to the lovely weather.
It's very nice. It's better than Sydney. Today it's very rainy. Yeah. But thank you so much for taking us on a paddleboat ride. We're going to go to our next segment now, but I will be seeing you soon. Yeah, I'll be seeing you soon. Yeah.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah, do you want to show us just one for the people that may have just tuned in? Do you want to give us one last swivel around with your back camera and just show us a little bit of what you're seeing? Yeah. Show you guys what Yuan is seeing. Oh, I love this little boat.
See you later. Yeah,
Oh,
so many little boats.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, thanks for that, Yuan. We will chat with you soon. I'll see you in about 40 minutes.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Awesome. That was awesome to speak with Yuan. And next up, we are going to be visiting the Longjing Tea Fields. And before I ask Ricky to join us, I'm going to share some of my own experiences that I had when I went to the Longjing Tea Fields. So I mentioned that about 2 years ago, I took a trip to Hangzhou, and my trip was specifically to learn more about Longjing tea, because actually this is the first tea. Oh, this is me, by the way. Cheesy grin. This is the Longjing Tea Fields. So before I went to China, I didn't know anything about Chinese tea. I didn't really know much about China at all. And so I went to China for my first time in 2014. And at the time, I was obsessed with peppermint tea. That was like what I was drinking at home in Australia. So I went to China and I was like, okay, I want to find some peppermint tea. Let's go to my local tea shop and see if I can find some. Oh, how naive I was. You aren't going to find peppermint tea in a local tea shop. But I went to my local tea shop, and the lady there was so kind. She was like, no, we don't have peppermint tea, but how about you sit down and I give you a real Chinese tea education. So the first tea that she gave me to try was Longjing tea, Dragonwell tea. Longjing directly translates to Dragonwell. And yeah, I kind of tasted it and I was like, wow, this is unlike anything I've ever had out of a tea bag. And yeah, my descent into loving tea more and more started that day. So yeah, I wanted to share a little segment from a video that I made. It's on my YouTube if you want to see more. I've also put the link down below. But this is just to show you some scenery. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, so I'll just let it run for like 20 seconds and then I'll get to Ricky. Welcome to Longjing Tea Fields. How beautiful is it? And just behind me here, that's Longjing Village, and that's where it all started. Here in Hangzhou, tea culture has roots that go back 1,500 years. Hangzhou was once the capital of former Song dynasty, a golden age of tea in China. During this period, tea was such a cornerstone of society that nobles and scholars would hold tea parties in the hills. And of course, the tea that they were drinking was Longjing, a tea that originated in the fields where I'm standing right now. This tea Longjing. Okay, so that's about enough there. Yeah. So that was a little segment from my video. I don't know if you were able to hear the audio on that, but basically I just wanted to show you a little bit of the aerial view of those tea fields. And if you want to see the rest of that video, you can go to the link in the description of this live stream and you can check the whole thing out. Just a warning, it was one of my first videos I made for YouTube, so the audio is a little high, as in the music it drowns out everything else a little bit, and also I'm a bit over enthusiastic. But if you can get past that, you'll probably enjoy that video. You can learn a bit more about Longjing Tea. Speaking of Longjing Tea, Ricky has just joined us. Hello,
Ricky. Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm very well. Ricky, would you be able to introduce yourself for everyone watching today?
Okay, my name is Ricky. My Chinese name is Wang Ruiqi, so the pronunciation resembles each other. So that I love the name. It's lovely, and I am currently a sophomore at the Communication University of Zhejiang, doing bilingual broadcasting.
Awesome. Very appropriate to have you on the live stream today, since that's your major.
It's my honor.
Oh, it's so nice to be here with you today, Ricky, and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be part of the live stream. Can you show us where you are? Where are you? Let us know.
I am now in the Longjing Tea Field inside the Longjing Village, and I'm going to show what surrounds me.
Okay. I'm going to flip around that camera for us.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice. A good reveal. Oh, it's so pretty.
Isn't it? Let me show you around.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so peaceful.
Yeah.
This is like, Ricky, this is the peaceful energy I needed today. Like, I just feel
Mhm.
so calm watching this. Wait, I'm gonna put this on
Yeah.
solo view. People can just like watch you. They don't need to see my face right now.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And this is the Longjing village in the background. It's so nice, and the atmosphere here is very relaxing, and it's
Yeah.
look at the bush here. It's very lush.
It's so lush. Well, I guess it's very well maintained because the tea from these tea fields are very expensive, right?
Yeah,
Like,
so
they can
expensive.
in good shape. Yeah.
Yeah, look
Is
at
it?
the tea tree here.
Oh,
Let
so
me
is
zoom
it
in.
picking season at the moment? Is it picking season?
No, it's not the peaking season. The peaking season is usually uh, around February or March. So this is not the peaking season because the humidity in the air is not very high, not
Okay.
high enough for the tea leaf to be cultivated.
Okay, got it. Oh, looks very lush. So how
Yes,
far
it
away
is.
are these tea fields from like central Hangzhou? Is it really far away or is it quite central to like Hangzhou city?
It's quite far actually
Okay.
because it's like because the center of Hangzhou lies around the West Lake. So here it's about 10 kilometers from the West Lake to here.
That's super close. I like usually when you think of like these tea fields are literally 10 kilometers away from the central city of Hangzhou. So like that's pretty central, right?
Still central
I
compared
think.
to my university.
Well, of course, I guess your university is like in the city center.
Hmm.
Wow, so that's cool. Yeah, I remember being exactly where you are. Like I stood almost exactly where you are, and yeah, it's so chill. So
So chill.
I guess there's yeah, I guess there are some people watching today that don't really know much about
Hmm.
Longjing Tea or Dragonwell tea. Do you reckon you can give us a bit of an overview of what it is and what it's about?
So, Longjing Cha or Dragon Well tea, or we Cantonese call it Longjing Cha, uh, is is the tea that has to be grown inside the Zhejiang province. Yeah,
Okay.
the last requirement that has to be met is these teas need to be grown in Zhejiang province, and otherwise, it's not definitely the true authentic Longjing tea.
Yeah, I've come across that before where I've gone to a tea store and they're trying to
Yeah.
sell me very cheap Longjing tea and I look on the packet and it's grown in like Anhui or something. Um,
Ah, yeah,
is that
they
pure?
can grow they can grow tea that's from other provinces because
Yeah.
there are situations that resemble here, but the situation here is very unique, so nothing else can be the same.
Okay. Well, that's really interesting. And it's one of China's like most popular teas. How did that
Yeah,
happen? Why is it so popular? Do you know?
because there is a golden time for the tea culture to spread over the nation. It was the Song and Sui Tang Song dynasty. These three dynasties were the golden time for these tea culture uh, to be developed to spread over the nation because Hangzhou has always been an inspiration hub for poets, uh, for people who write essays to come here uh, seeking for views, seeking for inspirations. So here, the Longjing tea is a good way for them to gather around on a mountain to have to sing their songs that they wrote. This is just lovely. So that's the beginning of the rise of the tea culture in China.
Hmm. Oh, cool. So did you say the Song dynasty?
Yeah, the Song dynasty, especially the
Okay.
Southern Song dynasty.
Okay. Okay. So that's when it started becoming popular. And like I remember the Emperor Tianlong, I seem to remember that's quite familiar. Like I think he that would like fell in love with Longjing tea, and then he was like, I need everyone to drink Longjing tea. It's going to be like the tea of China. Is that correct? Because I think that's coming from
It
like
is
2 years.
correct because it is correct because it wasn't until the Qing dynasty that Longjing tea has become a tea that's for the liberal the imperial court. So
Yeah.
that's very correct. Not until the Qing dynasty.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So yeah, I wanted to ask, like, are you originally from Hangzhou? I think you said you were from more southern, right?
Yeah, I come from the southernmost province of Guangdong province in
Oh, cool.
Hefang, where the tea culture is also a cornerstone of life.
Yeah. So that's really interesting because I want to know, like, when you came to Hangzhou, did you notice that wherever you go, everyone is drinking Longjing tea, or is it more varied? Like, do people from Hangzhou drink all kinds of tea, or is it predominantly Longjing tea?
I think it's more varied because people come here from all over the world seeking for opportunities here. So it's gonna be more varied.
Yeah.
I think I think the bubble tea here is also very popular among the youngsters.
Truer words never spoken, Ricky. It's very, very true. So, being someone from the south, from Guangdong province, what do you think of Longjing tea compared to the teas that you find at home?
Uh, the tea I found at home are usually black tea
Okay.
from the region called Shaoguan. There are certain kinds of black tea come from there. So it has a bit of a thicker flavor.
Yeah.
It's also it has the same health benefits of Longjing tea. So
Yeah.
it's also very good. But I think people here drinking Longjing tea, they don't use specific teaware as we
Yeah.
Cantonese people do.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. And I mentioned that earlier because I'm used to, like, I have my little pot here and I, put the tea in, the water in, and then I take it all out. But in Hangzhou, I was like, oh, it was very different. And there's quite a technique to it because they just give you a glass of hot water with the leaves inside. And I find it very awkward to try and get the water in. And
It's also very awkward for me to drink Longjing tea in a glass. That's very hot. But after you master the strategies of blowing all the tea leaves away, you can drink that.
okay,
Very
that's cool.
safely.
Well, just a spoiler alert for everyone watching. We will come back later for Ricky to where he's going to be trying the tea itself. But I have a few more questions before you go. Why is it called Longjing tea? Why is it called Dragon Well? Like, can you tell us a bit about the story behind the name?
Okay, there's a village behind my back. There is
Mhm.
a actual well in this village called the Dragon Well. In accordance with legend, there is an actual dragon inside. So they use this. They used water inside the many years ago, like
Yeah.
thousands of years ago. They used the water inside the well to water the tea tree here. So that might be the one reason that Longjing tea is called the Dragon Well tea.
Yeah. Oh, that's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that with us. Is there anything else you would like to share before we head to our next segment? Is there anything interesting in there?
I'm gonna tell you something about the picking time of the Dragon Well tea because when it comes to February, March, especially February, there is a endorsement. It's not an ancient one. It's kind of a modern endorsement by everyone. Can I say it in Chinese?
Yeah.
2月只有2场雨，一场14天，一场15天。
Oh, okay.
Can you understand it?
Look, my brain is kind of fuzzy today, so would you be able to provide an English translation for us?
Yeah. The rain is all the way through the February. So there are 29 days in February, and the first rain lasts for 14 days, and the second rain lasts for 15 days. So it creates the humidity here. That's the best, the ideal situation for the tea plantation.
Oh, that's very interesting.
So during that time, the picking time, the tender leaves keeps growing from the tree, so they can keep picking them, and the best one is the first tender leaves that's from the Longjing tree, Longjing tea tree.
Yeah. I remember like they only pick the very small leaf and like only the two very top buds, right?
Yes, the top buds, and as the time goes by, the leaves only gets more bitter. So the earlier the leaves you can get, the more sweetness you can taste in your tea.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, fantastic. Well, I wish that everyone can just go to their local tea shop and try some Longjing
go
tea.
here physically, and this is definitely a hidden gem, a getaway from your life.
Yeah, well, maybe 2021 we can travel again, but fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But thank you so much
crossed.
for showing us around the tea fields.
Thank
Do you reckon you could give us one last spin around to show people where you are, just in case just joined us?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There aren't that much tourists here, so it's quite peaceful and very quiet compared to the city. Yeah. And there are people actually living here. So that this village is not specifically for tourism.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ricky. That was awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, I'll catch up with you in about 40 minutes. And we'll go drink some Longjing tea together.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
Bye. See you
Bye,
soon.
Ricky.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Bye.
Bye. Oh, thank you so much to Ricky. So we are going to be heading to our next guest, Cami. Before we head to Cami, I just wanted to let people know in the chat there are some comments asking why some messages are being deleted. I let people know at the start of this live stream that any inappropriate comments, anything that's getting really repetitive, anything super personal is going to be deleted because people are coming here to learn about China. I want this to be a happy place, a relaxing place. So it's not me deleting them. I have moderators, so I've left it up to their discretion. So keep it nice and your comments won't be banned. But over to Cami now. Hello, Cami.
Hello, how are you guys?
Oh, I'm great. How are you? Would you be able to introduce yourself?
Yes, but first of all, I just want to tell you where we are. I want to show you something and then we start talking. So my name is Cami. Hello, we are in Hangzhou as well, And right now we are in South Song Imperial Street. So I'm going to tell you about this road first, but I found something really cool that I want to show you. That is like some ruins. After some archaeological excavations, we found this, well, not me, like the archaeologists. They found this place. And this used to be like the original streets in the South Song dynasty. We are underground right now. So I thought it was really cool to show.
Wow. So these are the original streets.
Yes. I mean, they are really well preserved. Like that's why we are underground. I'm going to show you now. But yeah, I found that was really cool. A lot of people can come and take a look.
That's a really good precedent to our section today, because you're going to be showing us one of the most historical streets in Hangzhou. So can you describe like what this place is and why it's so, or like a bit about its history?
Yeah, so right now we are in, as I said, South Song Dynasty and South Song Imperial Street. This street is really famous because in the past, and I'm talking about like 1150s, this used to be an exclusive street for the emperor. So he came here because this was full of like millions of stores and entertainment places. It was really a cool place. Right now it's like, well, this area is not as crowded. Well, sorry. There we go. Like not many people
Yeah.
today, luckily. So yes, it was a really important place. Why? Because it was near the Imperial Palace. So
Okay.
that's why the emperor came here. So
So
this is
sorry, I just wanted to ask, you mentioned that this was for the emperor's exclusive use. Does that mean it was only the emperor that could come here?
I guess like I'm not sure about that, but since the emperor came, I guess people
okay.
weren't allowed to visit. But of course, you have the merchants and stuff with the stores here.
Oh, okay, awesome. Sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
No, it's fine. So this place is 1 block away. That's why I'm walking fast to Hefang St, which is the street that I wanted to show you today.
Yeah.
So only 1 block away, we're gonna find Huffman Street, which is the most famous and well-preserved street with ancient street in Hangzhou.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're gonna see that like in the past, it used to be as well like a really lively street, like full of merchants and stores and things to see and do. But now it's really a touristic place.
I went there myself when I was in Hangzhou 2 years ago, and it's a really fun, really beautiful street, really fun street. Like you can see behind you there, like it looks very leafy, very
Yeah.
very open. Would you say in general Hangzhou is quite like a green city, like quite leafy?
Yeah, I think so too. I think so. You know, like living here is like the lifestyle is slower than in Shanghai, for example. So I guess this place is cool because you get to experience like the ancient side and the modern side. So you've been here, you know, like this place has a lot of temples and it's really, I really like Hangzhou.
Yeah, I really like it too. It's very calm, very very chilled out place. Oh, we have lost Cami, but she will be back very, very soon. I let her know that if she does fall out, she just needs to click the link again and she'll be right with us. But yes. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Okay. I can't see anything right now, but here we go to Cami. Hello, you're back.
I don't know what happened. So anyway, so we are here, and as you can see, I think I call it Chinese decoration. It's full of lamps. It looks really traditional. Well, there's a McDonald's, not so traditional. But
I love when that happens. Like you're on a really traditional street, or you're in the food homes in Beijing, and then there's like a Starbucks. Like
I know. I love that about China, though.
crazy.
So this place, it has a story as well. You know, it used to be called Taiping, but it was renamed after there was a guy called Chongjun, who was a general, and the king told him, okay, you're gonna be Qinghe Courty King, something like that, county king. So weird. So this guy was like, oh, I want to show people my power, so I'm gonna build my mansion, my house nearby.
Yeah.
So people started calling this place like Qinghe, you know, Qinghe Street. And afterwards, it was just renamed as Hefang Street. Anyways, I found some Chinese snacks here. I want to show you this. Hey, 你好，可以来一个吗？ There we go. Okay, so this. 你好，这个叫什么名字？冰巴会。杭州的特产。So this is like a specialty in Hangzhou.
Wow. What is
Yeah.
it?
Well, inside it has youtiao. I don't know how to explain what a youtiao is.
Like the Chinese churros.
Okay, great. And it has also spring onion inside. So it's really easy to make. She's like smashing it or something.
That looks so good.
Yeah, she will add some sauce later and then put it together and then I'm gonna eat it. And it's only 10 kwai.
I didn't know about this snack. I need to come back to Hangzhou and try.
Yeah, you should. Sometimes they even put tofu inside. It's really cool.
Someone in the live chat just said, Amy looks fat. She's been eating too much food. So I'll go to Hangzhou and I'll eat even more.
Well, I gain a lot of weight because of these things. You know, I love snacks.
You can't help it. As soon as you go to China, like for me at least, it's kind of handy. I just like
Of
to
course. Well, the good thing about this place, you can find a lot of snacks and like, well, you know, Hangzhou was the capital in South Song Dynasty, but it's also the capital for, this is so weird what I'm going to say, like knives, scissors, fans, and umbrellas.
Oh,
So, yeah, there are actually 3 museums only dedicated to fans, umbrellas, and museums in Hangzhou near the Grand Canal. Yeah. Oh, 不要，谢谢. So yeah, here in this row you can find like umbrellas, fans. 谢谢. It's really hot, but there we go.
oh my god, it looks so good. Is there egg inside also?
No, I don't think it's egg, but maybe the dough is made out of egg. I'm not sure about that. I'm a vegetarian, so this is perfect for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Describe us the
So-
taste. Is it too hot?
Okay, let's see. It's really crunchy.
What's the sauce like? Is it sweet?
It's a little bit sweet. It doesn't have much taste, to be honest, like the sauce. But the youtiao makes it really good. I just love it.
I love youtiao. Anything deep fried is very, very okay with me. More oil added, more better.
This is like salty, but at the same time sweet because you know the spring onion. Anyways, I'm not gonna eat it all now, maybe later. But okay, so here we can find Longjing Tea. I know you guys. I know if you've just been to the plantation or will be there. But we can find Longjing Tea. We can find. Let me see if I can show you around. Too many people now.
Oh, good.
Okay, so there we go. So you can find a lot of silk clothes, tea, snacks, and actually today I found a cute lady. I don't remember where she was. She was selling tea. So here we go. We can taste some tea now.
Oh, great.
哎，你好，这是什么茶？龙井。Oh, there we go, 龙井. Okay, there we go.
Do you like Longjing Tea?
这边有龙井茶，给尝一杯，可以喝杯龙井茶。
这个多少钱？
这个是25块钱。
25块钱. Wow, 25 yuan for 100 grams.
That's pretty good.
谢谢. It's not bad. Actually, that's really cheap.
I remember the good way to tell a good Longjing is it should have kind of yellowy green leaves and quite flat and quite yeah.
Oh,
I think someone let me know in the comment. I remember hearing something about that, but I'm also probably wrong.
well, I talked to a lady today that I don't remember where she was, but yeah, she was really nice and she had different kinds of Longjing tea. Like, you know, the Jingmingjie tea, like from the Mid-Autumn Festival is the most expensive and like the best one. So that was like 90 kwai or 90 yuan for 1 pound.
Wow, that's pretty expensive. Like, I don't know. Can you tell our viewers where you're from? Which country you're from?
Oh yeah, well I am from Argentina. I don't know if you heard about it. So I'm from Argentina and I've been in China for almost 3 years. I'm a student here.
Yeah.
So I can tell you, like, living in China as a foreigner has its ups and downs. It's like riding a roller coaster, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So yeah, some days you're like, yeah, this is really cool. Like my Chinese is great, and then the other days, like, oh, they don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're like literally summing up my whole experience. Like some days you just feel so on fire with your Chinese, and then other days exactly what you just said. I think
know.
It's very normal. But it seems that you're having a good Chinese day. Your Chinese sounds amazing.
Oh no, you're being too nice.
Oh,
So you know hawthorn? It's a really huge thing here. Like,
yes.
well, I've seen a lot of things made of hawthorn. I love it. You know, in my country we just love that. So I've seen some places I want to show you. There is a place where, okay, here we can find, as I said, Hangzhou is the capital for fans.
Okay, let's
So there we go. We have like a place full of fans, and it looks really cute. Let's see.
pretty.
Well, of course, like a lot of kinds.
So pretty.
Yeah, it looks so nice. And yeah, they are like 76 kwai each.
Pretty good. That's what, like $15? 15 American dollars, maybe? Yeah.
I don't remember. You know, I'm really bad at the conversion.
Yeah, I'm not even American. I don't know why I pulled out American.
Okay, there we have this guy. I don't know who he is because he doesn't say, but
have no
he
idea
looks
either.
cool.
Maybe someone in the comments can let us know who
Look-
he is.
Yeah, he looks like a warrior.
Warrior. Hmm.
Well, we can find, combs made of wood that they're really traditional.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the spots here. These places are really cool. You can find like Western style places because this is a touristic place, so they have
Yeah.
everything.
That's the thing. There's in every city in China, there's one of these streets. The tourist cultural street that has an industry, and it's a good place to go and just like walk down and shop for some little souvenirs. I remember I was there. When I was there, I was trying to shop for some souvenirs for my boyfriend because Christmas was coming up the following month. So yeah, good times.
Oh, I found more Longjing Tea here. It looks more fresh.
Ooh, give us a look at the leaves. Give us a closer look.
Okay, wait. I'm just gonna switch the camera. 嘿，你好。这是什么？
这是茉莉龙珠。
哦，茉莉龙珠。This is like jasmine tea.
Yeah.
水果。
这些都是龙井吗？
啊，对，龙井。采摘时间不同。
Wow, these are more expensive. You can see like 280 kwai.
Yeah. You'll see. I'm pretty sure the worst quality leaves are very dark. They're dark.
这个为什么200？
是第一批采摘的，纯芽心的。
啊 ，That's why this is like the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so to me they all look the same, so they can just scam me. I wouldn't know. Yeah. So yeah, this is a good place because you can just try whatever. You can try everything. Like here, you can try this dried fish.
Oh, I love free snacks.
Yeah, mango. I love dried mango.
Oh, I love all of the dried fruit places in China. You can get bits of everything. So good.
Yeah, here you can find like street food, like food from everywhere in China. Like these ones are like xiaokao, like Chinese barbecue. You can find many things. Like these kind of halls are everywhere in this street. Yeah, like this. People can eat. At nighttime, there is like a night market around here, and there is food from everywhere.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Some like really cute things. You can find a lot of cute stuff.
Yeah, little souvenirs.
Okay, and now I found a place that they have liquor from, of course it's Chinese, but they have like weird flavors. Like for example, jasmine liquor or like I don't know.
Alcohol.
Yeah, even I think Longjing or like tea. 我可以，你用那个绿茶味道。Okay, I'm gonna try the green tea flavor.
Oh my god. Okay, let us know what it tastes like. I've never tried this before.
Let's see if it tastes. Maybe it's like tea with alcohol. 谢谢。啊，可以是甜沫。抖音。Okay, so it is like I didn't finish it. I don't really like it that much.
Is it strong or is it more like a wine? Like what is it?
谢谢。Wait, I need to leave this place because I cannot hear you. 谢谢。Oh wow. So they have different flavors. Like last time I tried like jasmine and like peach, many flavors. This was like green tea and it was just okay. I mean, I could feel the alcohol in there.
Oh, so you can't. Oh, so it's not. I thought maybe it was like a spirit. Oh, it's just very.
No,
light.
it's true. It's like liquor.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's something interesting here. And of course, you can get hanfu, so traditional Chinese clothes.
Yeah. Oh, great. I love how there's this huge resurgence in China of Kung Fu.
I want to show you this because it looks so cute.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I love these clothes. I wish I had the confidence to rock something like that in the streets. It's so beautiful.
Oh, I've done that, but people just stare at you.
I know that's the thing. Like, I want to wear it because I think it's so beautiful, but like, I don't want to be stared at more than necessary.
I know. Well, these are like, I just love handful. And like they are around like maybe 200 kwai up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just love it. So yeah, you can get everything in here. So tea, I'm trying to find the comps. Yeah, I found them. Oh, you can get like soap. I don't know why it's really famous here. They have like handmade soap.
Oh, well, talking of soap, this is just a bit of a plug. My friend Miriam in China just released her own handmade soaps from
Wow.
her town in Hangzhou province. So go check out Miriam's channel and support her new.
Then let's not show that place. Competence. You can try dry meat as well.
You want
I
to
mean,
try
I'm
some?
not in. I am a vegetarian. I can, but yeah, it looks interesting. So many things. Well, this place has a lot of stuff, like for the tea.
Oh, a lot of
Yeah.
teapots and stuff.
Yeah, teapots. That was the name. I forgot. Scissors. Look, I told you it has scissors.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really. I didn't know about that. Oh, look, even forks.
I went to Hangzhou and I got you this fork, Mom. This is my.
This is so weird. And there we have like porcelain, Chinese.
Oh,
it's really famous.
My gosh. I want them all. I love little teacups.
Yeah, I love those. They're like 50 kwai, 65, 65.
I'll go to the small ones. I love the little small ones so much.
Oh, look at this one. It looks really cool.
I have one exactly like that. Stay right here.
She went to grab the cup, I'm sure. Oh my gosh, so cute.
Yeah,
I like it.
Favorite one. But right now, I've upgraded. Today is tea day.
You need more, of course.
I need more. More caffeine.
We have like a cute buddy here. We have the Buddha.
Oh.
I don't know why this Buddha is here, but it looks cute.
Very cute.
Actually, besides all of that, we can have there are many museums nearby and famous people's former residences, and also exhibition halls. Like for example, here, if we enter this place, we're gonna see an exhibition with things made out of copper. Yeah, so I went there last time and I wasn't really into that. It was just things.
I think
but
if you know more about the history, like if you had known about that specific person or you knew the history behind it, it would be a bit more interesting. So I like to kind of read up, and it's a bit more interesting that way. But yeah, if you don't know the person or you don't know anything about the history, it's
yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, basically that's the place. It is really long. I mean, I could still walk a lot, but we don't have time. But I'm really happy I got to show you that underground site.
Yeah. Thank you so much for showing us.
No, you're welcome. These trees are really cute.
Oh, yeah, typical tourist street in China. I know it well.
You can come back soon. Let me know, and then we'll come here and eat.
100%. I need one of those. I need to try that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm trying to look for that cute lady, but I don't know where she is. But yeah, if you wanna buy anything related to Hangzhou or Zhejiang or whatever, you can find silk clothing as well. You can find snacks. You can find
that's cut out Kami. I am unsure. Oh. Hello? Sorry, I think I may have cut out. Am I back?
No, you're there. You're there.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for showing us. I'm going to head to Yuan, who's beside the West Lake again. But thank you so much for joining us, Kami. And talk to you later.
Well, no, it's my pleasure. Bye-bye. I'm going to finish my snack. Bye-bye.
Bye. Awesome. Okay, so bye to Kami. And I am saying hello to Yuan. Hello again.
Hi. I just got off the boat. I'm good. I'm really good. I just got off the boat and now I'm walking alongside the West Lake. As you can see.
So that's a famous place. I have a lot of photos of that place.
Yes, that is a little pavilion, which is
Mhm.
called
Ooh, so pretty.
集贤亭, which
Yeah.
means all the elites come here in the ancient times and they drink
Oh,
alcohol and they make portraits and they make poets. And you can see
yeah.
there are many older residents
Yeah.
here. So basically, the living pace of the city is kind of low. You can see a lot
Yeah.
of people sitting there and chatting
Yeah.
and just walking along the pavement. And now I'm gonna take you to a place where they dance, where they do a square dance.
Yay! I love that. One of my favorite
Yeah,
things to do when I'm
so
in China is just to go to the
um,
local park, and there's just so
yeah,
much fun things happening.
I think this is like a special phenomenon that happens in China. A lot of
Yeah.
people they gather and they just dance together and
Yeah, I love
sing.
that. It's
Yeah.
super like a nice community feel. Like I actually at my local park, near where I
Yes.
live, there's a
You
group
can
of
see.
local Chinese people that get together and dance, which is so fun. Oh, oh my god!
Oh,
Hello.
so loud.
Show us, give us the close up of the performance.
Okay. So here you can see a lot of like older ladies dancing.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, they seem so happy together.
Yeah. Oh.
Although I don't know
Yeah.
what type of dance they're doing, but yeah, they seem chill.
广场舞.
Yeah, it's called square dance, 广场舞.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay,
So
so
fun.
now I'm gonna take you to the central business center of Hangzhou.
Oh, it's that close?
Yes.
Oh wow.
So it's just beside the lake, and you can
Yep.
see this road is actually pretty special. On the
Mhm.
left, it's very historical and cultural and ancient, but on the left, it's very modern.
Okay. So
So I'm
how
gonna
this lake is huge. Do you know how long it would take to walk around the whole thing?
about, you mean on this road?
Yes.
About 10 minutes, I think.
No, around the whole lake.
Around the whole lake, I think it's gonna take hours.
Okay.
Actually, the Hangzhou Marathon actually is set in here, and the contestants will run along the river, and that's the Hangzhou Marathon.
That would be so beautiful. It would almost convince me to try and run more than 1 kilometer.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a very good runner. I look a bit silly when I run.
Oh, really? I'd like to see you run. So
I don't think you would.
we have arrived at the kind of business center. It's called Hubin Yingtai, which is like a huge shopping mall, but alongside there are also a lot of traditional stores like this Hui Chun Tang, which is a very famous pharmacy.
Oh.
And you can also see like dessert shops and bubble tea shops.
Oh, the best. Ricky was just telling me that in Hangzhou, I was asking him like, oh, do you think everyone just drinks Longjing Tea in Hangzhou? And he was like, oh, actually, everyone drinks bubble tea. And
yeah,
I can relate.
Actually, the younger generation is more interested in bubble tea.
Well, yeah, with, you know, so much sugar, like what's not to love?
Yeah. I'm also going to show you the architecture like along the lake.
Yeah, would love to see that.
Wait, I'm going to switch the camera. Oh.
Oh.
So this building was built in like 1910 or so, when it was still the Republic of China, not People's Republic of China. So this is pretty ancient.
Yeah.
And alongside there are actually many stores like Line Friends, but it's closed right now. And also you can see Hermes and Balenciaga. So it's kind of strange actually when On the left, it's the ancient lake, and on the right, it's just like modern shops.
Yeah, a lot of contrast.
Yeah, a lot of contrast.
Bubble tea store next to a
So-
Balenciaga, old and new. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Old and new mixing together. So I'm gonna show you a bit more. I'm gonna walk inside.
Yep.
We have
yeah,
come
very,
to
yeah.
very
So
modern.
pretty. So pretty. I really like this area. I didn't go here when I was in Hangzhou.
Really,
I didn't know
it's
there was-
it's like my favorite area. Do you want to try some like little snacks or? I can see a lot of people queuing for baozi.
That sounds good. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's see.
There's like where are my words? Is there a special type of xiaolongbao in Hangzhou, like a Hangzhou style, where the
Yeah,
is that
I think-
or am I imagining?
yeah, I think we do because I think xiaolongbao is like original to Suzhou or Shanghai, but
Yeah, sure.
Hangzhou xiaolongbao is a bit more salty. Shanghai xiaolongbao is a little bit like sweeter.
Yeah. And I find like the pea, like the outside, the skin is quite thick as well in the Hangzhou
Yeah, it's
xiaolongbao.
quite thick. It's
Yeah.
It's thicker than that in Shanghai. You can see people making the desserts. And,
Oh, what food do they sell here? Just fast food?
oh, they sell. Let me switch my camera.
Okay.
So they sell. So they sell these little desserts, these little
Oh.
pastries.
Yum.
Yeah.
Oh, they look so good. I love Chinese
Yeah.
pastries.
This is called egg yolk pastry. So with an egg yolk inside. And this is like another version of mooncake.
Oh.
This is sesame ball. And this
yeah.
is like rice ball with coconut.
Oh, yum. It looks like mochi.
Yeah, it looks like munchie. But I don't think we have time to try because the queuing is just too
Yeah.
long.
It looks
Yeah.
long. It was nice to see and feast with my eyeballs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move on.
What's the name of this road, by the way?
Oh, this road, I think it's called Hubing Road, which means a road beside the lake. Hubing.
That makes sense, yes.
I think I'm gonna interview someone who's here and buying the snacks.
Okay, cool. This is fun.
阿姨你好，请问您是杭州本地的吗？我们在做一个直播节目，想采访一下，就是在这边买点心的人。She seems so shy. Okay,
That was so awkward.
that was
Oh my
that
God.
was a bit of awkward. I'm gonna
She's
ask
like-
someone else.
Like, what is this? What are you doing? Oh no.
Yeah, maybe she thinks I'm like bad guy.
Maybe.
Maybe. 阿姨你好，你是杭州本地的吗？我们在做一个外国人的直播节目，然后我们想采访一下买知味观点心的人。你经常来这边买点心吗？
路过这里都是买。
I asked her if she often comes here and buy the snacks, and she thinks, she says whenever she's here, she will like get some home. 跟他
Oh.
们说你好。
好。
谢谢阿姨，谢谢。
Yeah, she's so kind.
打扰你了。
阿姨再见。Oh, sorry to interrupt her. Okay.
Oh. Love
You
that.
know, actually, one thing I love about China is that people are actually very warm-hearted, and they will like greet you on the road.
Yeah, it's super nice. Like I have very nice experiences when I go to China. People really go out of their way to help me and welcome me, which is really nice.
Yeah, we are very.
Go again and discover all these new places with you and Ricky and Cami.
Yeah, please come. Like,
Yeah.
fingers crossed. Maybe next year.
Oh my gosh, all my fingers are crossed.
Yeah. So beside the lake, there are so many hotels and restaurants, which are also good for us locals.
And I guess with those hotels, you'd have a nice view of the lake as well, huh?
Yes, you can have a spectacular view just from the top. You can see the whole lake.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
So, what are we gonna do now?
Well, if there's anything interesting, let us know. Otherwise, we will cross to Ricky. Oh, I wanted to ask you, what are some other fun things to do in Hangzhou, like apart from what we've seen today, that people can go and do?
Do you know there is a theme park that's called Songcheng, Song City?
Oh, yes. Now I
So
do.
I guess you know that in the southern Song dynasty, Hangzhou used to be the capital of China.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes,
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
So Hangzhou used to be the capital, and the theme park just take you back to the Song dynasty, and everyone in the theme park is wearing like Chinese traditional clothes, and they're pretending to be they hire professional actors and actresses to pretend to be the people at that time. So you can actually experience like the real life back in Song dynasty. So I think this is really interesting.
That is super interesting.
Yeah. I think that's a bit more interesting than the West Lake, because the West Lake you can only see a lake, but there you can experience like the real life there.
Interesting. Yes. I'll check that next time I go to Hangzhou.
Of course, you have to try out. So beside the lake, it's just some boutiques.
Lots of shopping. Oh, 双十一快到了，哎呦。
Yeah, and just a lot of people walking around.
If anyone's watching that, I just said that 11/11 is coming up. So for any English speakers in the chat today, so it's called 双十一 11/11, and it's like the biggest like shopping festival, and just like billions and billions of dollars are spent on Taobao and like stuff like that every year, right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
So much money.
Okay, now I'm gonna show you the busiest street of the whole city. The busiest crossroad. You can actually see crazy people crossing over the red light.
Oh no!
Okay. So this is the street, but I don't think it's that busy today. But it's like busier than other streets in Hangzhou. Yeah. Because on Saturdays and Sundays, you can literally see a lot of people crossing over the road.
Oh.
And there's an Apple store actually.
Oh, Apple. Oh, I actually have been to that Apple store because when I was in Hangzhou, my iPhone broke, and so I went to that very Apple store. So I have been there.
Really? It is said to be the largest Apple store in Asia.
Mm-hmm. Really? Wow, I didn't know that.
Really, it's bigger than the Tokyo one, and you can see Victoria's Secret, blah blah blah. Yeah, the busiest street in Hangzhou.
Wow, it's surprising. Like this is so close to the West Lake. I didn't know that. I think I did my Hangzhou trip wrong last time. I need to come back and do it again.
Of course, you need to come back and join again.
Yeah.
So I think that's all for my little tour in Hangzhou. Shall we switch back to Ricky?
Sounds good. Thank you so much for your time today, Yuan. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
An amazing live stream host for us. So everyone in the chat, send Yuan some love today. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. See you later.
Cool. Bye.
Hope to see you again in here. Bye.
Yeah, will do. Bye. Okie dokie. So that's goodbye to Yuan for now. Now I'm just going to... I just told Ricky to join us. So for our last section today, we are going to be going back to Ricky, who is in the Longjing Tea fields, but he has now gone to one of the tea cellars. So basically, there's the Longjing fields where we were before, and then there's the Longjing village. And in that Longjing village, it's basically just jam-packed full of local sellers of the tea, and most of them have a little tea shop in upstairs or something where you can try it, and if you like it, you can buy it. So I really enjoyed my time when I was in Hangzhou doing that. I just spent a day in a tea shop. And actually, Ricky is in the exact store that I went to, right? When I was in Hangzhou.
Yeah.
I spent show us the view, because this place is so beautiful, right?
So beautiful.
Yeah.
And I am now tasting the Longjing tea.
Oh,
and let me show you around the atmosphere and the vibe here. And this is the place
so nice.
that I can definitely vibe with. So peaceful. Let me show you around.
Show me, please. What a view, huh? It's
Yeah,
so pretty.
that's spectacular. Hi.
哎，你好。
Hi, 你好. Yeah, can
Oh,
you see the field in the
yes,
remote?
I can. Yeah.
This is just
it's
so
so
beautiful.
pretty.
Yeah. Usually when it's in the afternoon, it's gonna be
Yeah.
so crowded because this tea house, which is called 茶文世家, is very famous and with a very high rating on the
Really?
大众点评, which is a trip advisor in China.
Yeah. I didn't know that when I went. I just chose the place that looked like it had the prettiest like gate. So it had this beautiful stone archway, and I was like, that's where I'm gonna go spend my money.
Yeah, always trust your gut feelings.
Yes, Ricky, you
That's
my heart.
right.
Yeah. So how's the tea? Have you tried some yet?
Yeah, I'm now trying. It's so aromatic. Yeah,
Oh, I love
and,
Longjing.
the tea leaves has already in the bottom part of the bottle, so I don't have to blow them away.
Oh, that's good. Excellent.
Yeah.
Because it's so awkward.
That strategy is so hard to master. The blowing
really
strategy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to like blow and then blow and then drink, blow then drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when you are chewing the leaves, it's just so sweet. The sweetness and the freshness.
Oh, so you actually, because someone mentioned this in the chat earlier, they said that they like to chew the leaves when they drink it. I've never actually done that. So when you chew it, does it like release some sweetness?
Yes, it is, and it kind of like my grandma. My grandma does this every day, chewing the tea, because she is from the Jiangxi province, which also have a very famous tea called 狗骨脑. So after every meal, she will spend time sitting on the being a potato couch and drinking her tea, chewing her tea leaves, and that's just so lovely.
Yeah, that is so nice. Okay, I'm gonna chew my leaves after this live stream while I'm relaxing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit there chewing my leaves.
I just want to show you guys how to buy the most sophisticated and exquisite Longjing tea.
Thank you.
I
That would be
show you how to choose the right one for you and your family.
Awesome. Thanks, Ricky.
Yeah. Let me switch my camera.
Oh, he will be back in 1 second. He's just momentarily dropped out of the live stream, but he will be back very shortly. In the meantime, may I offer you a dance? I'm tired, as you can probably tell. I'm just gonna pour myself some water. Ah, thank goodness, Ricky is back.
Sorry for not talking out.
No, I apologize for the dancing I just did while you were gone. Continue.
Let me show you.
Ooh.
Yeah. This is two kinds of dragon well tea.
Yes.
And as you can see, this is the one with a lighter color.
Yeah.
Can you see?
I can see. Yeah.
And this is the one with a darker color.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you how to differentiate these two kinds of tea leaves.
Awesome.
And this one is way better than this one because it has a lighter color, because it's because the leaves is more like tender or something.
Yes.
And this is the one that's not very tender. It's usually picked during the summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell the difference there. Like one of them is very light and the leaves are very flat, and then the other one looks like a completely different tea. So
yeah, it's so completely different.
100%. And like I think the taste is very different as well. It's not as sweet. I don't think the darker one. I find it quite bitter.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
你好，大家好，
你好，
欢迎来我们在喝茶，中国好，
你能听到我吗？
看 你看得到，听得到。
哦，看得到也听得到是吧？哦没想到，嘿，你们好，在喝龙。
你好。
Yeah, and the difference is not just because of the color. And
Yeah.
after you are brewing the tea, as you can see, this is the more expensive one.
Yeah.
Look at the color; it's so clear.
Yeah. Oh, I
Isn't
wish
it?
I was there. 哦，我希望
Yeah.
我在你们那边儿在喝茶。
Yeah, this is a clearer one, and look at this one.
Oh, that's the bad quality one, huh? Or is that the good quality?
Yeah, that's not a very good one, but it's
Okay.
good for your everyday intake. And this is for like when you are meeting some friend or something.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
we won't tell that guy that he's drinking bad tea.
Because he drinks it every day, so he has to control his intake.
Oh, 100%. And also, if you're coming there every day and you buy the best tea every day, you'd be broke. Like, I would have no more money to spend. It's expensive.
Yeah.
How much a cup of tea?
A cup of tea is 99 RMB, which is like 20 Australian dollars and 14 US dollar.
Yeah, like,
So expensive.
quite expensive. I'm kind of
Yeah.
used to it now, having been in China for a while and get used to the tea prices. But the first time I was like, you're going to charge me $20 for a cup of tea? Like, what is that about? It's crazy. And then,
But people in China will actually buy it because
yeah,
this is the part of our culture.
yeah. And
Yeah.
and that's actually not even the most expensive. I was in Pu'er in Yunnan last year, and I was drinking tea that's $10,000, $10,000 US dollars a kilo. Like,
Oh, that must
So
be
some-
like from the trees with very old age.
yeah, exactly.
That kind of work.
So like tea can just get so expensive and people buy it. And actually I heard an interesting thing. Some people, they buy like the bits of Pu'er and they don't even drink it. They pay like $20,000 to get
Yeah.
tea, and then they put it on their wall like a piece of art because it's people can look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's expensive, and appreciate it like an artwork because people will know, wow.
Yeah, they kind of add it to their collection to
Yeah.
like collecting wine. It's the same thing.
Yeah, 100%. I find it really fascinating, the whole tea culture and how much people are willing to pay for a beverage. Like, I know people here in the West, they will pay a lot of money for wine. So a lot of people will be spending lots of money to buy the best like champagne and the best, maybe older wine. But yeah, I think a lot of people would be like, oh, $20 for a cup of tea.
But for
But
me, I will save it up and buy one.
Is it worth it? What do you think of the taste, Ricky?
Yeah, it's just sweetness, and it has it doesn't have that much of layers as pu'er tea or something. It's very light.
Yeah, it's a good tea for the morning. I usually drink my green teas in the morning.
It's
Good
so
for waking. Yeah, I still have a little bit left of my Longjing tea that I bought last year. And then when it's gone, I'll have to go buy some more from my local tea shop, but that's okay. I like my local tea shop here in Australia.
You can go to Chinatown.
Yeah. Oh,
At Haymarket.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
Yeah, and when I was in Australia,
Yep.
I know everything about Sydney. And when I was in Australia, because I am a tea nut, I go to T2 a couple of times.
Yeah. T2 is interesting, huh? Like, I used to be obsessed with T2. So for anyone watching, T2 is like this place that do all the flavored teas. They have like bubblegum flavored tea and like cookies and cream flavored tea.
Flavored tea.
Normal just, like, green teas and stuff like that. I used to be obsessed with it. And yeah, and now I've been to China and I've tried like the real stuff. I go back to that shop and I'm like,
Yeah.
I've become a tea snob, Ricky. I've changed. Tea nut.
And I think the position of Dragon Well tea is just as the TWG for the British for the British people.
Oh, really? Like, oh, okay, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so interesting. But
Yeah.
compared to coffee, tea is something that if you preserve it, you can have a better taste.
Yeah.
I don't know if this applies for green tea, but for pu'er or some black tea, it definitely works. But for coffee, if you can drink it fresh, that's gonna be a bad coffee.
Yeah, no, that's so interesting. When I was in Yunnan, I realized the same thing because they grow coffee there and they also grow tea. And I was like, oh, is coffee going to be like a main competitor for tea? But actually, when it comes to coffee, the fresher the better. But with tea, you want it to almost the older, in some cases, I guess, the older the tea, the better. But yeah,
Exactly.
very interesting. Are you a coffee drinker or a tea drinker mostly?
I think I am both. For sometimes if I want to spend quality time with myself, I would drink tea. But for every day, I drink coffee. I drink different kinds of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm kind of the same. I love my tea, but being from Sydney, we love our coffee here. So pretty much every morning I'll start with a coffee and then I'll get into my tea routine. So probably drinking a bit too much caffeine these days. So I'm down on that a bit.
Yeah, it just kicks off.
It really does. It really does. So what are you going to do this afternoon, Ricky? Are you going to stay there for a bit with your new friends or what's your plan?
Yes, I'm going to chat with my new friends more, and before that, I want them to share with you some health benefits of drinking Longjing tea.
That would be
because
great.
because even if I am a tea nut, but I'm not a tea expert, but they sell it every day, so they will know it.
Perfect. I would love to hear about that, Ricky.
Let me change my camera.
Hello，
哦，
你好，
你好，
就是我们喝这个龙井茶会有什么对健康上的好处吗？What is the health benefits of drinking Dragonwell tea？
它的好处有，那个，因为茶叶的里面呢有茶多酚，茶多酚呢，第一个好处对我们女人特别好的呢，就是说它的黑色素能去掉，还有一个呢，健康的这个对
，It evens out your skin。
哎，对，尤其是那个胃
，Yeah, for your stomach, for your belly，
脏东西它会给你排泄掉。
It will detox your body。
那么反正就喝绿茶的好处很多很多。
There are so many health benefits。
明目啊。
Yeah, for brighten your eyes, for yeah, and to let your health to get you more healthy, like from the inside.
它的茶多酚，按我们中国人说的呢，等于说是美容。
Yeah, for the beauty.
对，它的跟那个叫那个吃肥肉，我们杭州人叫我们中国人叫吃肥肉，就是说叫什么？肥肉里面呢有什么？它是一样的道理。
Yeah, it's like a dishwashing liquid for the dish to wash out all the oily things, all the greasy things. But drinking tea is just so good.
Oh, interesting. Maybe that's why I'm able to eat so much.
It is.
它的绿茶的抗癌
Yeah,
特别好
for the cancer prevention.
药用价值。
Yeah.
我们
We also treat it as a kind of traditional medicine. Sometimes it has that kind of benefits.
我们称的寿命都比较长。
Yeah, for your longevity.
茶能长寿，能美容。我不知道你们看那个怎么说？ 我已经是升级版的外婆了。
Oh, she's now a
你知道
grandma.
我是升级版的外婆了，但是
哇看不到
我只是不
看不出来
觉得我是
看不出来。
哎，那当
看不
然
出
We
来
cannot
怕
tell.
我是
Yeah
因为茶叶是美容的，真的美容。我是人家是保密这个年龄，但是我觉得我很自傲的可以说一句，我63年出生的，但是呢，我已经活了。
She was born in 1963. And
Yeah,
she
wow.
is now grandma, but you just can't tell her age.
Yeah, I had the same experience when I was in Longjing, and there are a lot of people that have lived to such an older age, but also people that look 30 that are actually 60. It's incredible. 真的看不出来，你真的很漂亮。
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
谢谢。
谢谢美女们。
真的，因为喝茶它不光是美容，也利尿。刚才我们
Yeah, it's for the metabolism of your body. It's
Yeah.
good for the whole system.
Yeah, green tea is so good for you.
So good.
Yeah.
也就是喝茶可以消炎。
你了解绿茶了以后，你会爱上绿茶。
Yeah,
Yeah.
you will love it after you
我爱上了。
realize it.
Yeah, she said when you understand more about green tea, you will fall in love with it. 我已经爱上了，我真的爱上了绿茶。尤其是那个龙井茶，
对，
真的很喜欢。
好的。
龙井茶嘛可以抗癌、明目、利尿。
特别是眼睛，你把这个茶叶的水，可以洗眼睛，那是明目，因为茶叶是凉的，眼睛睡过以后呢，它热的，有那些
跟上火一样，
上火的那种味道。
茶叶，
那么你用茶叶，用一块小小的或者是那种叫
小手帕。
It's like some 土方法。It's
Yeah.
like some it brighten up your eye by wipe them out, wipe all the dirt
wow.
out.
So many benefits, it sounds
So
like.
many benefits.
Yeah. So I guess in conclusion, people should be drinking more green tea.
Yeah, should be.
Better for you. Yeah, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, Ricky. Pat, thank you so much for joining us on this live stream
Thank you
today.
for having me. I'm just so happy today.
I'm happy to see you. I feel so relaxed now after this live stream. And I'm so happy to have you as a new friend. So now Hangzhou, I'll definitely come find you and we can go drink some tea together. And you can take
Yeah.
your home and show me some of your home from
Of
Guangdong.
course. Next time in Guangdong, I can show you more because
Yeah,
my
yeah.
house, my family has a very big tea collection.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
My dad loves it. He loves it so much. He drinks it like until before he sleep.
Oh my gosh, I can't do that. I can't drink tea after
Yeah.
4 p.m. So it's
Even if he
3:40,
has
so I have to stop soon.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
I
no,
just
no.
have so much to tell you.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's
Yeah.
保持联系 and keep in touch, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, let's keep in touch and wait until you come to China or I come to Australia.
Yes. Okay. 2021 is going to be our year for
Fingers
travel.
crossed.
Fingers crossed. Okay. Catch up with
Be
you soon,
safe.
Ricky.
Bye.
Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, what a sweetheart. I just want to say a huge thank you to all of our hosts today, to Cami, to Ricky, to Yuan. I think I can speak on behalf of everyone. There was such fantastic contribution to this live stream, and I had a lot of fun today. It has been so hectic, like I'm sure you guys all understand, and I feel like I've come away from that feeling really relaxed, really happy, very chill. I hope you guys feel the same way. Also want to say a big thank you to the moderators today. Last week, there were no moderators for the live stream, and I got a lot of feedback. I'm talking like hundreds of messages saying, please have moderators, because there was a lot of negative comments, a lot of hateful comments. So I'm sorry if maybe you felt like your messages were being deleted or your comments were being deleted, but it was just because last week I got so much feedback saying that I need to have some moderators. So I'm still working all of this live stream out. So bear with me. And yeah, I just want this to be a place that's full of love, no hate here. We all love each other here. So yeah, I just want to answer some questions from the chat now. I have nothing else to do. It's what is it, Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. So yeah, any questions that you would like to ask? Someone just said, I just got here. Don't worry, because the live stream will be available. You can watch it back later. I'm not going to be deleting it from my channel. So, oh, thank you so much, Iwe, for watching and for joining. I'm glad that you liked it. Oh, I want to tell you guys where we're going next week. Not next week, but the week after. So we will be going and traveling live to Nanjing, which I'm really excited about because I have only been there once, and I was there in February 2014. So it was one of my first trips outside of Shanghai after I arrived in China for my first time. So pretty much, I don't think that even counts as me really having been there, because I feel like I know so much more about China now. So I wish I could go back with you know, knowing what I know now. So yeah, that's going to be next week. We're going to Nanjing. Yes. So I'll check in the chat if there are any questions. Oh, thank you for watching, Alex. Good to see you. Everyone go check out his new video. He just made a really nice documentary about Wuhan. So you can go check that out on his channel. Yes, no politics here, please. It's no headaches today. I already have too many headaches today. Someone said, it's rainy today in Sydney, but not anymore. What is something you like to do indoors? Oh, something you should know about me is I really like to read. So one of my biggest hobbies, if I'm not editing or making videos, is I'm reading. So you can see here I've got a big, how do I position this? Whoops, sorry. It's all very confusing. There behind me, behind my bed, you can see a big pile of books. For some reason, I really can't work out. It's all, there we go, books there. Okay, that took a lot longer than it should have. But yes, what I like to do inside is read. Currently, I'm reading a really fantastic book about Greek mythology. Yeah, so that's something I like to do inside when it's raining. So I'm really grateful for the rain because, as many of you might know, this time last year, Australia had really awful bushfires. It was a very dry season, but this year it's a lot more wet. So it's really been raining pretty much for the last week, which makes me feel very happy. So I hope that next year America gets the rain that we're getting now, because I know there have been some awful fires over there in the last few months. So yeah, my heart's going out to everyone that's been affected by those awful fires in America. Someone's asking what kind of books. So I go through phases. So this year it's gone through a lot of phases. I went through an autobiography phase. I read some really amazing autobiographies and biographies. In the last 2 months, I went through a real romance phase. So I was reading a lot of modern romance books, which was a nice little distraction. At the moment, I am in more of a historical phase, specifically Greek mythology historical phase. But I don't know what I'll get into next. What have I got next to read? Oh, I have a really fascinating book here that I got from the secondhand bookstore that I'm very excited to read about. It's called Half of a Yellow Sun, and it's about Nigeria in the 1960s, which I'm very fascinated to read about because my mum actually was in Nigeria in the 1960s. She lived there for like 5 or 6 years after her parents were kind of left Poland. But that's a story for another day. So that's that. What else do I want to answer? Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I like how Chinese people like to give tea as gifts because it means that I can always have some tea. I have a big cupboard there that I haven't even worked half of my way through. I'm sorry if you misunderstood me. I am not going anywhere. So when I say we're going to Nanjing next week, it means that we're going virtually. So for this Travel to China with Me live series, it's all going to be me sitting here in the exact same spot when my friends in China are going to be taking us on a little tour around. So I will be definitely here for Christmas, and probably if anyone's wondering about my plans for going back to China, I'm currently in the process of getting my work visa renewed. So depending on the restrictions, I will be hopefully heading back after Chinese New Year, so around March next year, but who knows, maybe the restrictions are still very strict. So I'm just waiting to hear on that. But in the meantime, I'm very happy here. I'm loving my videos I'm making with my parents. So in no huge rush, but hopefully it'll be around then. Oh, you almost found Kalong Mian. You should be able to find it. I'm almost 100% sure if you go to the Shenzhen Meishijie. I think it's in, what's the name of the station? I've forgotten. But it's like a very famous Meishijie, a very famous food street. And they have, I'm pretty sure they had Kalong Mian there because I had it when I was in Shenzhen as well. Also, my friend gave me this packaged Kalong Mian, the fried cold noodle. And I made some at home and it worked really well. So I would definitely recommend that to anyone who wants to satisfy their Kalong Mian cravings. So Rick has asked me, I mean, getting a job or doing YouTube. So it will be with a company who's going to be handling my Chinese social media. And I'll be working with them and coming over. So I'll be doing YouTube. I'll still be making my videos, but I'll be focusing a bit more on my Chinese social media because I've kind of neglected that. So that's what I will be doing. Dalian. I love Dalian. I have been to Dalian. I went once, but I would love to visit it again. It's such an interesting place. It's in Dongbei. It's got the beaches, which is a kind of a contrast because Dongbei is very cold. And then you've got those beautiful beaches there and very kind of interesting architecture there as well. I really like Dalian. Very, very nice city. Chengdu, I've been many times. Love Chengdu so much. I was actually supposed to go to Chengdu after Dongbei earlier this year. So I was in Dongbei traveling in January, and then obviously I had to leave because of COVID and everything. But yeah, Chengdu is definitely, I was supposed to go there after, and it's one of my favorite places, obviously, because of the food. And just such a fun place. Yeah, this is a habit of mine since I've been in China, and I was, especially when I was living with my Chinese roommates, I got into the habit of going, 哎呀, 哎呀, 哎呦我的妈呀, 哎呦我的天呐, and picking up some of those Chinese kind of exclamations. So sometimes I'll just be in daily life here in Australia and I spill my bubble tea and I'll be like, 哎呦, in the middle of the street, as an example. Oh, wow, Taylor Swift. Is this the actual? No, I'm sure it's not the actual Taylor Swift, but hello, Taylor Swift. So I was doing fan meetups in Sydney quite regularly, but just with COVID and everything, I just felt like I wanted to stay on the safe side. But for the last few weeks, Sydney and New South Wales, actually the country, Australia, has had very, very few COVID cases. So probably we'll go back to doing those, and hopefully we'll be doing a fan meetup in Melbourne by the end of the year. So I'm going to be going down to Melbourne as soon as borders reopen. So that is some... I have never been to Ningbo. I would really, really love to. I hear it's a lovely city, very green. I've never been to Ningbo. Someone said I should do a collab with Wada Maya. That would be cool. That would be cool. Oh, someone has commented Uncle Roger. He is my YouTube guilty pleasure recently. I'm sure a lot of you feel the same. I find him just so hilarious. If you haven't already, go to his channel and check out his videos. He just makes me laugh so hard. Oh, someone's saying he's a disgrace to Asians. Interesting. Let me know more in the chat. If you are Asian, what are your thoughts on Uncle Roger? In the comments, I looked at his comments and it seems mostly positive. So I'm surprised to hear that. But yeah, let me know what you think. No, I am not. My Chinese has gone right downhill since I've been in Australia. I've been trying to keep it up as much as possible. I actually have a tutoring session in an hour. I get 2 classes a week, but it's not with the aim of taking the HSK. It's with the aim of just not losing my Chinese level before I get back to China. So yeah. I've never been to Taiwan and I really, really want to go. So my plan was, Taiwan doesn't seem to have many COVID cases. Australia doesn't seem to have many COVID cases. So I'm hoping that there'll be some kind of travel bubble. And if I'm not able to get my work visa for China, I'll go to Taiwan and do some travel. So yeah, would love to do that. Oh, thank you, Gary. I will pass on your regards to my parents. I think they rock too. I think I'm very lucky. To answer your question, yes, my dad still hates the cow stomach. He's not a fan. He's not a fan. Oh, interesting. Okay, it's really good to hear this comment. I'll keep an eye out for that, and I'll check myself next time I'm watching his videos. Interesting to hear your thoughts on Uncle Roger. Have I been to North Korea? No, but I would really, really love to. I've been to the border of North Korea. I traveled along the border of Dongbei and North Korea and actually stayed in one village right next to the border. And every morning I was woken up at 5 a.m. by the alarm bells. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if it's like a wake-up call or something, but yeah, I could like see over the border, see cars in North Korea, but no, I haven't been. But it would be really, I think, very fascinating to see. Whoops, I wanted to do I watch a lot of Chinese drama? The answer is no. I haven't recently. I used to, but I really need to get back on top of it. So if anyone has any good suggestions, I don't like anything too sad. Happy and comedy would be great. So if you have any good suggestions, maybe you can write it in the live chat and then I can go back and look at those suggestions later. Something happy, maybe romantic. I like romantic comedies. Do I like listening to Chinese music? I do, but I don't do it enough, I have to say. I'm guilty of not spending enough time in trying to learn more about Chinese music, but hopefully when I go back, I'll feel a bit more motivated. I used to use an app called QQ Music. You probably know it, but here I can't use it. It seems that you need to be in China to use QQ Music. So a lot of my playlists that I used to have and a lot of the playlists I used to listen to, I can't access here from Australia. So also send me your recommendations for music. I've really been getting into K-pop lately. I'm having a bit of a moment with K-pop, I have to admit. I don't know if there are any Blackpink fans in the chat today. I watched their documentary on Netflix and now I'm like slightly obsessed and now all I want is to become a K-pop dancer. I actually bought some online K-pop dance classes, I have to admit. So that'll be interesting. So maybe one day you'll see a K-pop dance video of me doing K-pop dance. Yeah. Can I speak Cantonese? No, but I would love to learn. I know my friend JJ, you may follow her channel, JJ Says. She's learning Cantonese at the moment, but I think that's the right level to start learning Cantonese. Like, as if you follow her channel, you probably know how amazing her Chinese is. My Mandarin is not as good. I'm probably half as good as her. So I think I want to wait until my Mandarin gets a bit better, and then I will start learning Cantonese. But for now, no Cantonese for me. But yeah, slowly. Maybe one day I'll even be based in Guangdong province. I really love Shenzhen, even though they speak mainly Mandarin there. But I would love to learn more about Guangzhou. I've only been there a couple of times and I feel like there's still a lot more to explore in Guangzhou. So that's definitely on the cards for me. Blinks for life. Yeah. That's funny, but I think I guess it's always interesting to get someone's an opinion or a different perspective on your own country. I always find it fascinating watching vlogs of, you know, French people, Germans, Chinese, Japanese, Americans coming to Australia and seeing their reactions to things I know and love. I find that very interesting. So it's nice to hear that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting me and for yeah, I feel very happy, especially after the craziness of the last few days. But yeah, I think I'm going to go and rest now. I've been doing this live stream for a couple of hours. So I'm going to go choose some tea leaves and do some K-pop dance. And I will see you guys next time. As I mentioned, we will be going to Nanjing for our next Travel China live stream. So if you have any recommendations of what we should check out in Nanjing, or you've been to Nanjing and you'd like to maybe even be involved in the live stream, hit me up on Instagram. Add me on my Instagram, and you can send me a DM, slide into my DMs. My Instagram name is just Blondie in China, so you can find me there. And yes, great to chat with you guys. The next live stream will be in about 2 meters. Oh, you can tell I'm tired. Our next live stream will be in 2 meters in 2 weeks. So I will see you guys for that. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you may be. Think good thoughts. Yes, and be happy. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Big love.